Hello everyone and welcome to episode 9 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channels. It's the modern day UFC save as we're going across the pond to London for the UFC Fight Night card. That was supposed to be, but of course, obviously once COVID hit, this was ex-nayed from the schedule. Tyron Woodley, Leon Edwards, the main event, as we have Joanne Calderwood taking on Molly McCann in the co-main event. As we have a fun 155er though, as Mark Bukauskas is taking on Marbek Tasmanov. There we go, Tasmanov. As Tasmanov taking on Mark as far as at 155. Obviously, Mark, hometown kid, looking to get a big win. I know he's on the. Is that a London card coming up? I think that might be another card in the Apex, but whatever in real life's coming up, that's Aspinal's main event. As far as he's on that card, he's on the main card. But as far as that's pretty wild to think. As far as he's like way down there on a fight night card, but I get it because I know Molly McCann's also on that card as well. I think she's in the co-main, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I mean they're packed full of English people. And then Thomas Almeida taking on Nathaniel Wood at 135. Darren Stewart and Marvin Vettori, the Italian, and it's hard to believe Marvin Vettori is so low on this card when obviously we're in a couple of years down the line. Obviously in real life he's main event in fight nights and is one of the top 5 middleweights in the world. It's got a long way to go, the Italian, but if he's anything like he is in real life, he's going to be a motherfucker to stop. I mean, you have to. I honestly feel like the only way you're going to stop Marvin Vettori is if you shoot him in the head. Like, he's taken some shots and he has not dropped. I think he's now behind Max Holloway as far as the most significant strikes absorbed without falling. And I don't think that's ever going to get beaten. So he's going to be stuck at 2 for a while unless Max just retires sooner than he does. But as far as that's the main card, I think it's a pretty good main card, to be honest. As the prelims, Cub Swanson, main event in the prelim, as he's taking on Mike Grundy, Danny Roberts versus Nicholas Dalby, a man who just won in real life fairly recently, a couple of weeks ago, if I remember correctly. As that was another fight night card. It was that in the old Apex. Jack Shore and Davey Grant at 135. Davey Grant's on that next card, too. There's a lot of motherfuckers. I mean, that kind of makes sense. They usually try to throw a lot of the UK guys and girls, as far as anyone that's not only just in the UK, but especially England-born talent when they're going to London. That's usually the case. I thought it was in the Apex, but now I'm thinking about it. There's just, well, maybe not, though. I don't know. It's a fucking crapshoot. Who knows? But Jake Collier taking on Modestus Bukauskas as at 205. It's, as far as our only 205 fight on this whole entire card. And Tom Aspinal has taken on Chai Lewis Perry in a heavyweight contest. I mean, obviously, Tom, a big motherfucker, coming in right at 265, the limit. He's, of course, turns into another bit of a dog in the heavyweight division. We'll see if that carries on in real life, or the real life success carries over to the mod, rather. As, I mean, this is going to be a pretty fun card, though. I think there's a lot of good fights on here, a lot of talented fighters, for sure. I think it's going to be a pretty good fight night. We'll see. That was a tough one to top, though, last episode, though. That fight night in Brazil was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. As, yeah, I mean, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley, taking on Leon Rocky Edwards is crazy. As far as what he ends up doing. I'd be shocked, honestly, if he's able to do it here in this save. But Tyron Woodley, as far as this 4th time he's main event a UFC event, 3rd time for Leon Edwards. Both are world-ranked welterweights as far as Woodley is 2nd, Leon Edwards is 6th. Edwards has won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision, rather. First time they have fought, though. Tyron Woodley is the slight favorite, 4-3 on the Bukauskas. That fixed very, very close. Tyron Woodley, I'm trying to think as far as, I don't think he ended up ever, did he end up fighting Leon Edwards eventually? Because I was thinking he didn't. I was thinking he maybe took, maybe didn't. Because I could have swore he just took the boxing fight, and, with Jake, and that was kind of it. But he had to have fought somebody to retire. Either way, though, it's kind of crazy to think a guy that was 19-4-1 and was one of the top welterweights in the world, literally, like, in the pound-for-pound category as well, then all of a sudden, no longer in the sport. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about it from that perspective, but he is 37 years. So, I mean, it is up there in age for sure. A guy that really, I would say, dominated during the Fox era more than anything. Came off of Strikeforce. It's crazy. He fought Nate Marcotte in 2013. But yeah, Jake Shields at 161. That was Rashad Evans and Dan Anderson. I do remember the Koscheck fight. So I remember seeing St. Pierre and Johnny Hendricks. I'm trying to think. The Kevin Gastelum fight. Do remember that. Obviously, the Robbie Lawler fight. Yeah, that, boy. Those Stephen Thompson fights were real tough. Real tough to witness as a Stephen Thompson fan. I was really hoping he would pull it off. Both the majority draw and the majority decision. That's the way it goes. Yeah, and then obviously Kamaru Usman now, the new champion. And basically, from what I remember, they had to have fought. Because obviously, Leon fights him, Kamaru Usman, after he fights Masvidal. So, that had to be what it was. As far as, I don't know why I'm blanking on that, but as far as, it's a big main event, though. Big main event. Future title shot on the line there. What they call those, title eliminator fights. They don't call them contenders for some goddamn reason. Title eliminator fights. Jojo Calderwood, against Meatball Molly McCann. And it's both are, women flyweight fighters, or the worldwide flyweight fighters. I thought they fought, and they do fight at the flyweight. Jesus, 14-4 though is Joanne Calderwood is one of the as far as Scotland's first kind of female MMA fighter, which is pretty crazy. As far as definitely on the main stage for sure, was on the Ultimate Fighter, the fucking start of it all as far as for the women in the UFC. Yeah, she's fought a handful of talented girls, though. Andrea Lee, Caitlin Chikagan, Lipsky, as far as Cynthia Calvello as well. Jessica Andrade, she's fought some tough-ass opponents along the way. Coming off a win, though. A split decision win against Andrea Lee is a huge feather in the cap for her, but Molly McCann is coming to fucking fight, and that is for sure. Heavy hands, 6 foot tall for a woman's flyweight is pretty crazy. But as far as has a pretty good stand-up game for sure. It's crazy she lost in her debut in the UFC, and other than that, she went on. So both of them have beaten Lipsky though. This is definitely, I would say, Molly's biggest challenge here against Joanne Calderwood. She is the favorite though, and she's got a 9-inch reach advantage, which is pretty nuts. I think with that 9-inch reach advantage, just the size factor alone, she's going to give a lot of girls a lot of problems, especially at flyweight. That's a huge advantage. There's not going to be a lot of 6 foot tall flyweights walking around, so that's going to be massive for her. Makes sense. She's the favorite there. As Mark Bone Crusher Dukakis taking on Marabek Becken Tasmanov, as Mark is the favorite, slight favorite, 4-3. As Tasmanov is, he's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, though. Does train at Tiger Muay Thai, which Mark is 0-1 against other members of that team. Oh my god, I feel like at 26, it feels like he's been around forever, obviously. Started in 2016, fought some, the Dan Hooker fight was pretty nuts. He's had some good fights, though. He's someone that I always like watching. He's kind of lost a little bit of momentum in real life here, but we'll see what happens. Because this was kind of when everyone was thinking this was going to be kind of his rise in the lightweight division. But lightweight's so tough, and there's just so many talented motherfuckers. But this is a big fight, though. I mean, he's a top 20, guy in the world, 24th, if you're being as far as in the world, but he's 20th in the UFC as a Austrian-born man, as far as former soccer player. He's, as far as with the Carlos Diego Ferraro fight, beat Felipe Silva, beat, as far as Alan Patrick as well, Taeyon Bang was his debut back in January of 2014, so they both have been around the same amount of time. But yeah, I mean, this is, Desmond Green one was huge too. This is a big challenge for both guys to help, as far as for Mark to get into the top 25, and then obviously for Marbek, he is trying to gain his resume and get a huge win here, and it stops the hometown kid as well. But that's the first time they fought, though, as Thomas Almeida taking on Nathaniel the Prospect Wood, as Thomas Almeida has not won in 4 fucking years. That's pretty crazy. And he is not the favorite going into this fight, which is no surprise. He fought Rob Font, he fought Jimmy Rivera, and he lost to Cody Garbrandt. That's kind of tough, though. Those are, that's the thing about the bantamweight division. It's a lot of talented dudes. You're gonna, fight your fucking ass off to really get some major wins. Still 28, still got time. He is, I think he's a dangerous fighter for sure. But Nathaniel Wood is just a problem, though. In that same breath, he's a ranked guy from England as well. As far as he is, as far as the Johnny Eduardo, starting off debuting against him is pretty big for sure, but to have so many close-ass fights too, he beat Jose Alberto Quinones as well, his previous fight. He's gotten submission wins in all of his UFC fights so far. It's looking like it might be another one for him, we'll see. But yeah, Thomas is weirdly to say this, but he is fighting for a job, weirdly enough, as far as it shouldn't be that way, but that's just kind of the way it is. Having a 22-3 record is crazy to think about cutting him, but he might have to. He just might have to. At least give him a bit of a easy fight in the next one. Give him a tomato can to crush, but I feel like that out of, I respect him a little bit more than that to be able to do that. But he's someone that can knock you the fuck out, though. So, if you're Nathaniel Wood, you got to be ready for those right hands for sure. As Marvin Vettori, the Italian Dream, taking on Darren, the Dentist Stewart. Vettori's the heavy favorite, makes sense. He is not ranked yet in the middleweight division, but I'm sure he'll be fucking really close to. A guy that is just, got a fucking shit on him, is all I can say about this. Fought Adesanya, was his last loss, which is kind of crazy that he even fought Adesanya so young into both of their kind of careers, to kind of think where they're at now still. Like, they're obviously, like I said, top 5 middleweight dudes in the world. Losing to Antonio Carlos Jr. is also crazy too. That was Nunez and Rousey in 207. Yeah, and then I saw that fight because I definitely saw Diaz and McGregor too. That's some pretty big debuts to fight on these big ass pay-per-views that have Diaz and McGregor, Nunez and Ronda. Like, those are big time spotlights for you. Been on the past couple of UFC on ESPN as far as 19 and 13. Yeah, he's been just turning out a lot of fights, though. He's, 5 fights in 3 years is pretty big, and now it's about to be a 6th one in 4. 26 years old, though. That's what's going to happen when you're young. You'll be able to turn a lot of fights out. But this is a big-time fight for both guys. Darren Stewart, though, as far as he is a ranked middleweight, and he's an England guy as well. So, again, we'll see what happens as far as, it isn't I forgot about that. They had a headbutt that, was a no contest in his debut. Then he lost. Then he lost to Carl Robinson. Somehow got on the right track, but even then, he lost to Edmund, was his last loss. That was at the 20 Ultimate Fighter, which even then was a split decision. He could have had a really, really rocky start, but he seems like he's gotten his footing, but I just don't see he's going to win this fight here. I just think Vettori's just better all around. I think he's got a better chin. I think he's got better stand-up game. I just don't see how he's going to lose this one. We'll see, though. Stranger things have happened. It's Mike Grundy against Cub Swanson. This should be a fucking dogfight, though. Obviously, Cub Swanson, even though his age, he's up there at 36 years old. This motherfucker will have a fight with anybody. And he is just, talk about a list of names he's fought as far as back in the WEC days, fighting Chad Mendez and Charles Oliveira. No, that was actually one of his early fights. Yeah, I was thinking that was the WC, but no, that was UFC. He had Jens Pulver, as far as that was, he had like a 10-fight win streak going into that fight. Then fought Aldo. That was tough draw, taking on some of the best in that time. Fought Jeremy Stevens, Dustin Poirier, beat Dustin Poirier. Obviously a much different Dustin Poirier and a much different Charles Oliveira than there is right now, but still, pretty big. Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway, Ortega, Frankie Edgar. Now we're kind of seeing, obviously I think his age has caught up to him. He's not the same Cub Swanson that he was, but obviously, also that's funny that this guy rated the Do Hu Choi fight decent, because now it's obviously in the Hall of Fame, but that fight's fucking fantastic. That fight had no business being as good as it was. Like, that was a dog fight, is what that was, especially on a pay-per-view card like that with Max Holloway and Anthony Pettis. Like, that was a hell of a fight. hell of a fight. But yeah, I mean, this is a big opportunity for both guys. But Cub Swanson obviously a ranked featherweight there, and for Mike Grundy, as far as this is a huge opportunity at 12-1. He's 32, so he's on the kind of older side of things for having such a as far as limited record and limited fight experience. But this is, I mean, you could beat a legend like Cub Swanson. That is massive. He's only had one fight in the UFC too, so to have a big time fight like this against Cub Swanson, it's a great opportunity. Great opportunity. But that should be an absolute war though for Cub Swanson. He's going to bring it for sure. Is Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts taking on Nicholas Sharpshooter Dalby. Nicholas Dalby is the favorite, which is no surprise. Long reach on Nicholas Dalby at 5'11". He's got like I think it's like 83, 84 inch reach, something like that. Awesome background, though, as far as with his style. He can fucking kick the shit out of you. He's got a karate style, but could also, as far as mixed up with a lot of great punches, and also, it has a pretty good wrestling background, too. We saw that in his real-life fight here recently. But yeah, I mean, Darren Till and Zach Cummings pretty much right out of the gates. Pretty tough draw. Did beat Alex Oliveira, though, but he's definitely a much better fighter now than he was then. And even then, to take a majority draw to Darren Till and then having a decision draw to Zach Cummings was, I mean, that's no easy feat. To never be finished in the UFC is quite a testament, especially to his style, because he'll stand up and fight. He'll stand and bang with you. He does not give a shit. But Danny Roberts, though, another, as far as no surprise, England-born star. Do like my English boxers, though. They're going to stand there and swing for the fences. Even though he has a nice little takedown game now, I hope that he's going to try to stand and bang with them. Because that fight should be pretty fun if they stand and throw. But another guy that's been around forever has fought Mike Perry. He's fought as far as, I mean, the thing that he's been here since 2015. Bit of definitely a veteran for sure, but he's knocked people out with a lot of punches. He had the split decision win. He looks to get finishes, which is awesome to see. He's only had one decision win, two decision wins rather. Excuse me, it's the split and then the unanimous one at John Jones and OSP. It's wild. It shows you how long he's been around for. But yeah, I mean, this is a big opportunity. Big opportunity for Danny Roberts to shock the world and give England a big win here on the prelim, but Nicholas Dalby's just too talented. I just don't see it happening. As Jack Tank Shore taking on dangerous Davy Grant. Even though Davy hasn't won in a couple of years, I still can't bet against him. He's Davy Grant, goddammit. But Jack Shore, he's the favorite. He's 12-0. He's from Wales, so obviously not a hometown favorite, but definitely a neighboring nation, of course, in Wales. But yeah, this is a big opportunity for him, though. Making his, something must have been fucked up, because this is supposed to be his debut. He says he's 1-0. But Davy Grant, though, 9-4. 34, though. He's, man, it's crazy. He took a fucking first amateur bout in 2002. Been around for a long-ass time. Beat Cheeto. This is his only win. But as far as he could change that right here, with, as far as beating Jack Shore to beat a young upstart like that would be pretty massive for him. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. Never know. I want him to win, but I just don't think it's going to happen. We'll see. It's Jake Collier taking on Modestus Bukauskas, as Modestus is making his debut. He's significant weight advantage as well. Jake hasn't won in a couple of years. November 2017, last time he won. As he is a light heavyweight, 11-4, 3-3 in the UFC. Just hasn't found his footing. Hasn't really fought any big-time names. The Devin Clark fight was probably, yeah, and even then, Marcel Fortana, hasn't fought since 2017. That's a long-ass time to be waiting for this fight, but he gets it. And Modestus, though, 10-2. You guessed it, another England man. But he's Lithuanian, so as far as, I want to say he was born in Lithuania, and, as far as settled in Denham, England, but making his debut, 6'3" as a light heavyweight. That's a good size on him. Obviously, a bigger dude for sure, but he's not the favorite. As far as having a debutee being the underdog is not ideal, but he's taking the fight. We'll see what he can do with it. And then Tom Aspinal taking on Chai Chopper Lewis Perry. Aspinal, though, significant weight advantage. Both guys making their debuts. We know what Tom turns into, but right now he's just at 7-2 record at 6'5", a monster of a man. You gotta have that size to just be a UFC heavyweight top contender. It just is what it is. There's too many big fucking dudes on this planet, especially in that heavyweight division, that you're just going to have to be an absolute menace in there. But this is a great start for him. So I'm going to see maybe any regional fights against somebody that we know. But as far as another big-ass England man here, but at 6'9", pretty crazy. Was a former pro basketball player, then turned into a professional kickboxer as well, then before moving into the MMA world. When you're that fucking big, that's really impressive. I mean, that's pretty crazy to be 6'9". Again, that's the kind of crazy thing about a lot of those real sports. Well, I wouldn't say real sports. As far as like basketball, football, both globally, and American football, but like there's a lot of tall, talented motherfuckers, but they've just taken a different sport compared to fighting someone for real. But at 6'9", you should have a huge reach even as a heavyweight. But he might not, though. They didn't point it out. Just pretty crazy for someone that tall to not really have that big of a reach. But it is what it is. We'll see how we start off with. I'm assuming Tom's going to double leg him and kind of ground and pound him. We'll see. Maybe he'll catch him with a high kick. Will Lewis Perry and really fuck over this whole thing. But both, we got a Liverpool lad and we got a London lad here, starting off the prelim. As a referee, cage side judges, and, well, they just say that Lewis Perry, I guess, yeah, because he is from London, and we're not in Liverpool, so yeah. That makes sense. But Lewis Perry, it's a big ovation here. Let's see what he gives. Touch gloves, they engage, slipping past the right hook attempt as Lewis Perry attacks the jab and a right cross that just misses. As Aspinal misses the right cross. Here comes a counter with a left jab and a right hook that's avoided last possible second. So far, both guys are just kind of swinging for the fences. Lewis Perry's doing a good job of countering. There's a good left hand. Aspinal lands the left hand. Oh, boy, he probably knocked him out with that massive right hook. He knocks him down. Looking to finish the fight here. And he stops him. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is what can happen when you're 6'9", and have, it's crazy, he's only 247 pounds, though. We gotta get some fucking meat on your bones. But if you're a 6'9", 265, you'd be an absolute unit in there. But, Tom Aspinall had the wrong idea. I know he's got a boxing background, but you gotta go for the double leg and take that motherfucker down. He has no takedown defense, if I had to guess, but brutal start for Tom Aspinall in his debut. As Charlie Lewis Perry name checks all of his sponsors, all of his fans, famous supporters, turn out to support him, and they asked who he'd like to fight next. The answer is he thinks a fight against Todd Duffy would be a particularly good contest. That'd be kind of fun. Bring back Todd Duffy to fight this giant. As Modestus taking on Jake Collier as minus 110 plus 100. It's weird, it's so close on the betting line, but everyone was favoriting Jake, so we'll see what happens here. Relatively close in records, 11-4, 10-2. Same size, same weight, obviously. Yamasaki's a referee. Cage side judges there. Even though they both weigh in at 205, Modestus is a little bit bigger. And Modestus is fighting from his home crowd, or fighting in front of a home crowd, rather. Jesus. Round one begins, they touch gloves and engage. Missing the left jab, scores with the right hook. There's a jab, but has a right hook blocked. Left cross, left hand. A lot of guys are landing a lot of... Both guys are southpaws, too, so this should be pretty interesting. There's a jab, and there's a clean right hand. Never mind. Modestus maybe switching up here. Slipping process to the hook. And attacks with a quick left hook of his own. See him as a pair of jabs from Jake. Can't hit the right cross. There's a 1-2 from Modestus. As now he's off target with the jab. Connects with the right hand. Off target with the left jab. Good right hand. Confidently moving around the cage. We might see the end of the first here. That's a nice right hook, though. After the pair of left jabs hit, but misses the roundhouse kick to the body, does Jake. As now Jake misses the right hook. Here comes a counter. It's a pair of jabs followed by a kick to the body. That's paired away, though. Gonna get a strike. Misses the left jab. Hits the left hook to the body, though. A lot of body shots so far from both guys. I'm liking to see that. Off target with a jab. Scores with a great right hook. Minute left. Misses the body kick attempt. Attacks Jake with a move into the right hook. Lands the left jab. Misses the head kick attempt. Jab and a great right hook. That's a nice little 1-2 to end out the round. Pretty close, though. Both guys had their positives. Looks like Modestus landed more powerful shots and just landed more shots in general, so I would say he probably won the round. Yeah, that makes sense. Exchange of strikes sees both fighters fail to land anything significant. Both fighters step in to strike. Dodging the right hand, counterattacks with a left jab and a solid right hand. Some good stuff on Modestus. He's starting to get tired, though, as Jake with the left cross. Oh, as there's Modestus with a left jab that misses but hits a wicked right uppercut, knocks him down, looking for the finish here in the second. See if he can do it. Some powerful shots. Mario Yamasaki, rather, steps in to stop the fight. And we have a winner by TKO. And Modestus Bukauskas says, what a win. What a fucking win in your debut. As 11-2 for that man. Jake, unfortunately, 11-5. And tough break. Tough break. He was doing a lot of good stuff. But yeah, just not in the cards for him. So that's what. Now he's going to be 3-4. Another loss. We'll probably give him another fight and see what happens. You know, as far as, feel like that makes sense. As far as Modestus gives a name check to all of his sponsors, all of his fans, rather. Thanks all of his fans for trying to support him. As we want to fight next, instead of the fighter they put in front of him. But thinks Abdul Kareem Edilov, I believe, as we pronounce that, would be a particularly good contest. As Jack Tank Shore, it's going to be fun to go from Jake to Jack, but Jack Tank Shore against Dangerous Davy Grant. Just for the memes, I'm hoping Davy Grant wins it. But both mixed martial artists. Cardiff, Wales. Durham, England. Hopefully it's a barn burner. Hopefully. Shore MMA, of course, for Jack Shore. Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. Cage side judges, here we go. Touch of gloves. Shore comes in close on Grant. Look at the strike. There's a nice little two quick punches. Doesn't land either of them, though, as Grant looking to get some grappling going. Still can't do it. Now he's got him. See what he can do with it. Looks for the clinch, takedown, doesn't get it, trying for it again, not happening either. And now they're circling around. Let's see what Grant's going to try to do this time. Still trying to get in close with him, but Shore with a nice straight right hand after the step jabs don't hit. Grant aggressively gets a dominant position, looking for the takedown here from Grant. Again, not getting it. Fucking, he is never going to get him down. That is just brutal. Shore now takes control of him in the grapple. And they just separate again. Jack Shore, okay, there we go. I was about to say I was going to fuck it up, but no, Jack Shore is doing a good job as far as being able to outbox him, but so far, wanting to see what he can do besides that. It's a 1-2, Grant was equal to it, Grant with another clinch, they can't get him down. Finally, gets him down, how about that? We finally get a takedown. It's a side control here. Oh, of course, it was, Jack Shore was the one who got him down, no surprise. Some big right hands, Grant covers up well. Yeah, Davy Grant's not going to win this one. I think it's fair to say. We'll see what happens in the second. Shore with a 1-2 combination. Grant avoids both of them. Grant gets hold of him now. Still can't get him down. No fucking surprise. Shore, 2 for 2 on his takedowns. Gives up his back to Davy Grant. Looking for the rear naked choke. Not getting it, though. But if he gets both hooks in, which he does, this will be it. And it is. Jack Tank Shore making light work of Davy Grant, making that 13-0. Nice debut win for that man. I guess it's supposed to be a debut, but I don't know. It's something fucked. It gives a name check to everyone at Shore MMA, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, famous supporters. Says a tough fight gives a respect to Davy Grant. Good in these interviews, knows how to sell himself. Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts versus Nicholas Sharpshooter Dalby. As we've seen nothing but finishes so far. Let's see if we can keep that good vibe going. As minus 350 for the Copenhagen, Denmark native and Nicholas Dalby. As there should be a fun fight though. Should be. As cage side judges here. Here we go. As they touch gloves. Roberts initiates the strike exchange with 2 count left hands from Dalby. Good hand speed here as Roberts lands one of his flurry of 3 punches, misses the low kick. Dodges the right hand, counterattacks with the right jab and a left hook. Roberts misses. Here comes Dalby on the counter with a left hook. Dalby scores the jab, also has the right hand absorbing on the gloves. There's a nice little 1-2 from Danny Roberts. Exchange of blows comes and goes without really either fighter land anything significant. Dalby slips past the left hook, his counters with a few quick jabs and followed by a leg kick that narrowly misses the target. Yeah, he's still trying to step in and grapple with him, which, I could definitely see why he would want to do that, but I just don't think that's a good idea. As the jab is wide from Roberts, he catches Dalby, though, with a crunching left hook, though. Roberts, again, stepping forward, trying to initiate the strike exchange. There's a left hand from Dalby, 1-2, doesn't land either blow, though. Connects with the left hand as Dalby. There's a right jab, and also a right kick to the body from Roberts. Dalby looking for the takedown, he's got it. No surprise there. I just feel like his takedowns are going to be way too much for Danny Roberts. He has some shoulder smashes now. It's a good round for Nicholas Dalby. Great round. Both fighters come together and strike for the start of the second. This is the big left hand. Here comes a counter from Dalby. As he counters the left jab, and his right hand narrowly fails to connect. Coming forward, walking down, Nicholas Dalby now. Dalby hits a pair of jabs in exchange. 1-2 from Roberts, fails to land. A quick exchange strikes doesn't lead to anything. Roberts slowing down now. Not a good sign if you're back in Danny Roberts here. Robertson's the left jab. Right hand's blocked. Off target with a jab. Hits the left hand, though, does Roberts. They're going toe-to-toe strikes. Neither fighter can really land anything now. Roberts still pushing the pace. I do like that, but Dalby's doing a good job off the counter with a lot of counter left hands. There's a right hand, but Dalby evades the big left. There's a jab. Can't hit the right cross. Does Dalby. Two quick punch combinations here. There's a quick right and a straight left from Roberts. Both fighters meet in the center. There's a jab and a left hook to the body from Nicholas Dalby. There's Roberts with a good left hand. Oh, and he rocked him. Oh, holy shit, Danny Roberts might get him here. Trying to finish him with a scorching left hand, but Dalby slips past the very last possible second. Somehow regains his composure and is able to hang around here in the second as Roberts comes forward looking to rock him again here. There's a counter jab. Fails to land anything with the strikes with a combination with a slithering low kick. Exchange of blows comes and goes. Neither fighter can really land anything significant, though. Roberts misses the left hook. Here comes the counter. It's a pair of jabs followed by a right cross that just misses. Exchange of strikes at relatively close range. Nothing really lands, though, and that's the end of the second. As, yeah, I mean, Roberts rocked him. I mean, that's a great round, though. You probably have to give it to him. Wow, they're giving it to 10-9 Dalby. I would probably give that to Danny Roberts. I mean, he did more damage. But, yeah, I mean, still, you wanted to see both guys going for a finish here in the third. Roberts stalking forward, pressuring Dalby. There's two counter left hands from Dalby. Combination ends with a roundhouse kick to the body. Fails to land from Roberts. There's a right jab and a low kick from Roberts. There's a left jab and a left roundhouse kick from Dalby now. Roberts' corner's trying to urge him on now. It's now or never for him. Two left hands exchange. There's a jab and a left hook. As Dalby's studying his opponent, looking pretty relaxed now. Pretty confident. Both guys are kind of landing their shots now. Well, as I say that, Dalby's off target of the 1-2 with a jab and a leg kick. Left cross is blocked from Roberts. They both step in. Nice feint from Dalby causes Roberts to open up and dodges the left hand counterattacks with the left jab and a right hook that's avoiding the last possible second. As Roberts does connect with the right jab, but connects with a quick kick to the lead leg. Both guys going for leg kicks now. Interesting strategy. He's breathing very hard as Roberts is looking very, very ragged here. They meet in the center. Dalby's off target with a leg kick. Roberts is off target with a jab, but hits the right hook to the body, though. Dalby lands a leg kick. Roberts misses the right jab, but he lands a left hook, though. Roberts is just shattered now, initiates a clinch rather to buy some time, but that's probably a terrible idea if I had to guess. Yeah, Dalby's got him against the cage. Driving him a knee to the thigh. Minute left, another knee to the thigh. Couple of good right hands now. Yeah, that was probably a bad strategy. Hard foot stomp, and yeah. Dalby could have took him down and won the round for sure, but I think he still won it. And I would say 29-28. Nicholas Dalby, if it was my scorecard. Alright, 30-27. Nobody gave it to Danny Roberts in the second. It's a good fight, though. Yeah, I mean, that lived up to what I was hoping for, so we'll take that, though. We'll take that. That was a good fight, especially going to the distance like that. It's a good little fight. As Nicholas Dalby name checks all of his sponsors, thanks all of his fans for trying to support him. Showing respect, though, Nicholas Dalby praises Roberts for his skill and toughness. As Mike Grundy and Cub Swanson are main event of the prelim. Hard to believe we're already here. As Cub Swanson, the veteran, he's only 4 years older than him, but just so much more fight experience, though. Both guys are in the minuses. Minus 110, minus 130. Of course, Wolf Slayer Academy. Of course, one of the top MMA gyms in England. And as far as for Cub Swanson, it's going to be a knockout, drag-out fight with him. He's not going to go easy in the light. As far as Yamasaki is the referee, cage side judges there. Round one begins, they touch gloves. Swanson misses the setup strikes, but lands the right hand. Grundy gets a hold of him, though. Got him against the cage. Knee strike to the thigh. And looking to wrestle fuck him. Well, you get that sometimes. Well, Swanson was ready for it, though, and he waits for Grundy to try and throw a knee, quickly turns around, so creates enough space to escape away from the cage, though. See what Grundy's going to do. Can't connect with the jab. Lands the right hand, though, Swanson. Again, Swanson's doing a good job of lighting him up. Jabs and right hands. Another jab and a right hand. He's probably not going to knock him down or anything. I don't think he's got the power anymore for that, but he's going to piece him up for sure. Oh, this Grundy now gets hold of him again. Got him against the cage again. Glancing elbow strike from the clinch. A couple of knee strikes now. Knee strike inside the inner thigh. There's a quick elbow now. Minute left in the round. Another quick elbow. But now he's able to slip out of it and back into the center we go for about 30 seconds. Grundy again looking to push the pace, but he's going to run into some more strikes. It's a left jab, but Grundy steps back to avoid the right to the body. He's able to grab him now. Got him against the cage, then out the round. I would still give it to Swanson. God damn it, they're giving it to Grundy. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see why. You know, as far as Grundy was just trying to, basically, a standing lay-in prey is what I call it when you got him up against the cage like that. But, yeah, it just sucks. Sucks. But, hey, I still think Swanson's pushing this fight to get something going here in the second. We'll see. Against the left jab, misses the attempt to the body. Grundy's got him up against the cage again. So some knee strikes now. Into the inner thigh now. Some stomps, some quick elbows. Doing a good job of moving around on what he's wanting to do. Went for the elbow. Oh, he does catch him with it. Never mind. He catches him with the elbow to the face. Another glancing elbow strike. Now going for the ribs. Then the head. This is a good job by Swanson to do something while he's on the defensive end of this. Tries a foot stomp, but Swanson seizes that chance and creates enough space to break free. And now we're back to striking for Swanson. He lands a left jab, but misses the attempt to the body. There's a jab and a right to the side of the ribs. So he's doing a good job, but it's just not enough to really rock him. There's a nice little 1-2, though, with a jab and a clean right hook. Jab lands the big right hand from Swanson. Another jab, but Grundy avoids the big right, and he's able to get a hold of him after missing the punch. Looking to get him against the cage again. Wow, look at that. Can't keep him down, though. Swanson now wrestles himself into a dominant position. Looking for the takedown. He's got him. It's a big takedown, too. Pounds away with some elbow strikes now. This Swanson. That was awesome. He won that round with that takedown for sure. I mean, listen, there might be a scorecard that has Swanson up 2 rounds than 0, but I would say it's 1-1. This is all or nothing here for Swanson. Fails to find him. His jab hits the straight right, though. Grundy gets a hold of him, though. Trying to get him against the cage. He's got him against the cage. Fuck. He's got him stuck against the cage. I hate to see this. Tries a knee to the clinch. Swanson's able to block it, though. Come on, Cub. Get out of it. Oh, looking for the takedown now. Let's see what he's got with some underhooks. Damn, he's got him. Greco-Roman slam. Well, he's got his back, too. Oh, he's got the body triangle. What a fucking round for Mike Grundy to come out and win the fight here in the third with the rear naked choke. Well, I can't be too mad at can't be mad at that one, though. At least he went for the takedown once he finally got it. That's all she wrote for Swanson. Hell of a fight, though. Hell of a fight. Cub tried his hardest, but yeah, he was not getting that win. Things that were connected to Wolf Slayer Academy does Mike Grundy is helping him prepare for the fight as well. His sponsors are supporting him financially. He says the fight gives a respect to Cub as knows how to talk himself up. Certainly benefits from being given a live microphone in front of him. It's on to the main card now. The Italian Dream, Marvin Vettori, taking on Darren the Dentist Stewart. Should be a fun middleweight fight here. It's very, very close on the betting lines here. Minus 110, plus 100. Manchester top team, Kings MMA, London, England. As far as relatively similar records, as far as just Vettori's given a little bit more fights under his belt, but it's still relatively close. So both similar heights as far 5'10", 6 foot, but obviously Vettori's the taller one. Yamasaki's the ref. Cage side judges. Stewart, being from our own crowd, gets a loud cheers. He enters. Here we go. As can't connect with the right jab, but he catches Vettori with the right hook. Some good strikes here. Vettori's looking for a grapple, couldn't take the initiative. There's a right cross that lands hard. You're not knocking him down, though. I just don't see it's going to happen. He's fucking him up, though. But you're not going to rock him. Well, you might rock him. You're not going to knock him down, rather. As Stewart is still lighting him up there. Nothing but air on the big right, though, after the flurry. Crunching great hook there. Unreal. Vettori's still just staying alive here. Nice jabs and a nice right to the ribs here. He's landing all these punches. Man, Darren Stewart came to fucking fight here in London. This is huge. Stewart confidently comes in closer, looking to throw some more strikes. Vettori's equal to it, though. Jab is wide. From Stewart, he's able to land the big right hand. Oh, he might have knocked him out. As I say that, he finds Vettori gets knocked down. Looking to finish the fight here. I think Stewart just about does it. Oh, he doesn't. He pulls half guard. Let's see what Vettori can do here on the bottom. Trying to move from half guard to full guard. It's not happening, though, and that's the end of the round. He survives, but he got knocked down. Yeah, I mean, obviously 10-8. Like, he fucking destroyed him. That was crazy. Vettori's going to have to, like, get a 10-8 round to force a draw, or he's going to just have to finish him. There's no winning this round. You got to knock him out or just destroy him. He's breathing very hard, though. He might have, might have tired himself out here in the first. There's a nice jab and a right hook, though. Vettori still can't get a hold of him, though, and a right cross lands hard. There's a jab and a big right hand that's nothing but air on it. Gets all of them now, does Vettori finally. It's a leg sweep. Superb outside leg trip. He's got the mount, too. He has up his back now. Not going to be able to finish him, but if he gets the hooks in, which Stewart is blocking that, so a good call. Oh, he still gets him without the hooks. Unreal. Marvin Vettori is a tough son of a bitch. We knew that going into this fight, but even though he gets knocked down, he still wins it in the second. Losing a 10-8 round and then finishing the guy in the very next round is nuts. Nuts. The biggest balls on Marvin Vettori there, as that is a tough break for Darren Stewart. He tired himself out. You know, he went for broke air in the first round, looked to finish him, couldn't get it done. Came around to the second and just did not have the gas tank to keep on going. Vettori's an animal. A absolute animal. I mean, that's unreal, though, as he gives a name check to everyone at King's MMA. Obviously, responds to all of his friends, family, supporters, asked who he'd like to face next. He answers that Rodolfo Vieira would be someone he'd like to compete against. Vettori, though, he's got to be ranked now. Charismatic talker as well. Which I really don't see that from Marvin Vettori, but alright. He really knows how to sell himself. So everyone that, I think it was one of the, it was either his first or second fight in the Apex when he had that fucking, just a rampage of a scream after he knocked out, oh dude, that was pretty scary, but I wouldn't say he's a good promo though. But Thomas Almeida, I mean, it's crazy to think he potentially has a job on the line here to fight for. Taking on Nathaniel Wood. It's funny he's still the prospect of 27 years old, but it is what it is. See if the England lad can do it, as we just saw the London, England native fall short to open up the show. We'll see what happens here. It's opening bell, though. They touch gloves. Almeida steps forward, looking to strike. Exchange begins as Wood with two counter left hands on the exchange. Almeida connects with the jab, misses the vicious right hand, though. As Wood misses left jab, connects with the right. Flurry of three punches now. Ends with a right hook. Damn, he knocked him down. Way to go, Thomas Almeida. I was about to say, we might see a quick finish here. How about that? Finished him. What a win. You rarely see that. A bantamweight fight ends in the first minute. Unreal. Well, Thomas Almeida, you have secured your place, sir. I mean, that is a huge win. 23-3. What a record, though. Crazy to think he was potentially getting the fuck out of here, but that's a big win. Yeah, that was huge. Quick work of that man. He thanks everyone connected to the Macaco Gold Team for helping prepare for the fight and the sponsor for supporting him financially. What a win, though. As Mark Bone Crusher Bukauskas against McCann Tasmanov, as far as that is a big fight for Mr. Bone Crusher. As far as Doncaster, England, for Mark here is 27-6 for Marbek. Relatively, as far as 5'10", 155, pretty big for someone at 155 at 5'10", but this can be an interesting fight. This can go a lot of different ways. I think his wrestling takedown defense is good enough to keep it standing. Does Mark, but we'll see. Yamasaki's referee, cage side judges, here we go. They come together and strike. There's a fucking couple of jabs. Can't hit the right head kick, though. That would have been an awesome way to start this one off. There's a left jab and a right cross from Marbek. Pair of jabs misses the right hand does Mark. There's a fucking right cross from Marbek. He's landing some big shots, though. There's a left jab and a stinging right high kick, though, from Mark. And he rocks him with that high kick. Looking to come in for the kill here as he got up against the cage. Let's see what he's got. Stepping in now, hits him with a short knee to the chest, but it lacked any power, so he's regained his head there. That was going to be it. Now we get a head kick from Marbek. Holy shit, left hook from Mark. This is a crazy first round. Uses the left jab, nothing but air. Oh, but rather, gets blocked, rather, with the right hook. Left jab, also scores with a quick kick to the lead leg. This has been a hell of a fucking fight, as Mark misses the right hook, leaves himself open for a counter. It's a left jab and a nice right hook. Flurry of activity. Neither fighter can really land a shot here. Using his good hand movement here to move and avoid a couple of punches and some big head kick attempt, though. That could have been all she wrote for sure. As Marbek, though, was a quick punch combination, but again, Mark doing a good job here with a great guard. So both guys really showing their strike defense as well. This has been pretty telling. Slipping past the right hook and counters with a head kick. That's only a glancing blow again. A jab and a low kick. There's a right cross from Mark. Mark with another glancing blow with a high kick. That's a hell of a round. I mean, that was fucking awesome. Mark is he's got the scorecard 10-9. That makes sense. He rocked him. Was looking for the finish there against the cage. Couldn't get it, but we'll see what happens here in the second. Neither fighter can land a significant strike, though. Mark misses the right hook. There's a high kick that misses from Marbek. Counters the leg kick with a kick to the lead leg of his own. As now there's a jab and an off-target with the head kick. There's a stinging right high kick. Oh, he rocked him. Holy shit, Mark back by... Oh, he knocks him down with the big right hand. Is he going to finish him here in the second? Oh, no, he's got him standing up. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? As Mark is back up, he misses the big right hand. Here comes a counter jab. And another head kick attempt that just barely fucking misses. Unreal. As there's a quick kick to the lead leg. Another quick kick to the lead leg. Unreal, man. Oh, he misses it, though. Mark now with the quick kick to the lead leg. Mark misses a couple of jabs, hits the good right hand. There's a right cross that he fucking nailed. Minute left. Mark's breathing a little deeper now. I don't think he's got the gas tank for this one, because this has been a crazy-ass fight. Both guys have rocked each other. Both guys looked like they had the other guy finished, and it's just somehow has went the distance here in the third. He knocked him out! What the fuck? Right at the end of the fight, a body shot rocked him, and he could not continue. Unfucking real. What a win from Marbach. 3 seconds left in the round. Unreal. What a fight. I mean, that's fucking nuts. Well, what a win. What an upset. It's a slight upset, but still, what an upset. And tough break there from Mark Bone Crusher Bukauskas says that is, yeah, that's fucking brutal. What a fucking fight, though, for Marbach. That's a man that is on a mission, though. Talk about a comeback in the first. You get rocked like that with a head kick, and you come out in the second, rock him, and then finish him in the third, or finish him at the end of the round, rather. Awesome. Awesome fight. So our co-main event, this has been a hell of a card. Jojo Calderwood taking on Meatball Molly McCann. And look at the fucking arms on Molly McCann, though. She's looking to rip shit in half. Yeah, with that reach advantage, too, I just don't see how she's going to lose this fight. We'll see, though. Crazier things have happened. Cage side judges there. We are underway. Engage as Calderwood hits the jab, misses the right hook. Nice little two-punch combination. Quick left and straight right. And there's a cut already. So counters the right hand, rather, with the left jab of the left hand of the body. As McCann with another counter. Counters the right hand with a brace of jabs, so followed by a good right hook. As Calderwood misses left kick and momentarily is off balance and gets countered with a left cross. Calderwood misses the big right hand, putting him off balance and allowing McCann to attack with a jab and a good right hook. As two fighters come together and engage. McCann opens Calderwood up for a feint. Counters with the right hand with a good right hand of his own. Good right hand of her own, rather. Excuse me. As it's our only women's fight. I was gonna do that eventually, but yeah, that's she's just been doing a great job of counterattacking, using that reach to her advantage. I don't think she's going to be able to be touched, to be honest, at this rate. She's rarely been touched already. Don't think she's going to be able to land anything powerful shots here. Now they're going to check on the cut of Calderwood. It's not a fight ended by any means, and the fight resumes with about a minute left. Sitting past the right hook with a left jab and a head kick that's off target. That is a powerful straight right, though, and she knocks her down. Can McCann finish it in the first? Think she's going to survive this one? Oh, no. Gets stopped by the ref. Molly McCann ends it in the first. No surprise there. Looking at the range and just at 6. You can't be 6 foot tall flyweight. It's unfair. Unfucking fair. But here we are. As a Meatball Molly McCann gets a big win over Joanne Calderwood. And she gives the name trick to everyone at Next Generation MMA Liverpool, all of her various sponsors, and all of her friends, famous supporters. Showing respect to Molly McCann praises Calderwood for her skill and toughness and a solid performance from a marketable fighter. So our main event, Tyron the Chosen Woodley against Leon Rocky Edwards. See what happens. If Rocky can get the big win here to send the crowd home happy, or Tyron Woodley get a huge win here and get his 20th win of his career. Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. Cage side judges here. Fight begins. Here we go. They touch gloves. Edwards doesn't connect with the right hand, but nails the left cross. Woodley misses the right hand. As both guys can't connect with their shots. As Edwards misses the right jab, connects with the left hand. Woodley misses the right hook. I don't think Woodley's landed a shot right now. If there's a quick punch, misses the left hook. There's a jab from Woodley, but misses the low kick. Counter right, doesn't connect though. 1-2 from Woodley. Edwards is equal to it. Man, it would suck if we had such a great night of cards and now the co-main and main just fucking shits the bed. Edwards with a counter jab. There's a left jab, but misses the vicious right hand as Woodley. He's going for broke now. As Edwards, 2 counter left hands. A 1-2 from Woodley fails to land. 4-6 strike exchange here. There's a pair of jabs from Edwards now as Woodley looking to final him his jab, but he fails to land. But he scores the right cross. It lands hard. Two fighters come together and strike. There's a kind of jab doesn't connect. There's a beautiful right uppercut, though. He might have knocked him out here. Knocks him down. Leon Edwards is on the mat and looking to finish him off here in the first. Boy, he looks like he's going to survive somehow. Unreal. Knocked him down. Looked to finish it, but couldn't get the job done. He's going to have a rocky performance here if he's going to want to win this one now. Down 10-9. Gets knocked down, too. It's not a great start. Not a great start for Leon Edwards. And there's a massive right hook on the jaw. Knocks him down here in the second. Looking to finish the fight here. Ace finishes him here. And so that's a tough main event for Leon Edwards to lose to in front of a rambunctious crowd. But Tyron Woodley, what a win. Just fucking flatten him. That was really impressive. So he praises his team at TriStar Gym, his various sponsors, all the fans who turn out to support him, and says it's a tough fight, gives full respect to Leon Edwards, charismatic talker with the looks to match. Tyron Woodley's got some real star power about him. Yeah, that was a hell of a card, though. The only decent fight was Molly McCann, and the rest were either good to great. Yeah, we had an average fight there with Jack Shore and Dave Grant, too, but the rest, were sensational. Sure, we decreased our popularity in some regions, but fuck that. We had a hell of a card. Performance bonus. We'll give one to Tyron Woodley. I'll give one to Molly McCann, I guess. I'm giving it to both there. I'm giving it to Almeida, giving it to Vettori. Yeah, I'm giving it to fucking Chai Lewis Perry as well. Mike Grundy for his win as well. There's a lot of guys that earned a lot of performance bonuses for their due diligence, for sure. A lot of 50K bonuses. For fucking sure. Oh, we still made 130. Tyron Woodley almost made $1 million. Shout out him. As Marbek made over 100K. Both guys made a good bit of money. That's awesome to see. But yeah, that's poor Modestus though. It only made $2,000. That's tough. That's big tough. But hey, what a card. I am super pleased with how that went. That was awesome. Very, very awesome to see. These fight nights are going well. As far as we're not really jamming the arenas out, but also I'm kind of, I know some guys don't really have the star power to really main event those fight nights, because it feels like WMMA, the game itself, it doesn't register that it's a TV show compared to the pay-per-views, and it seems like it's kind of the same with that, which sucks, but I get it as Joikas Duplessis and Niall Duplessis on that card. We did sign Joikas. We're just waiting for him to finish up here. Hopefully he gets a win to make it 14-2. That would suck if he loses. But Vettori wins. You're seeing the debut of Joikas Duplessis. As far as a lot happening in the future of the middleweight division here in this episode. But man, that was some crazy fights. Crazy fights. And I believe, that's crazy how many fucking cards are happening here on the Saturday of the third week of March. Everybody's having an MMA card. I want to say the next card is a ESPN show. I want to say it's a fight night, or it's oh no, I don't think it is, now that I think about it. Because I think because we went fight night, pay-per-view, so yeah, it must be an ESPN card, must be coming up. It might be the Jazeer Francis Ngannou ESPN card, so that's going to be a fun main event to see those two big fuckers battle it out. So, that in real life, Francis fucking smoked him. It was scary what he was doing to that man. But yeah, I want to say, that is the next card. UFC on ESPN Plus, the Ngannou, Jazeer card. As, this is, I wouldn't say it's a man being led to the slaughterhouse, but Ngannou's looking to fuck him up. It's going to be pretty crazy and hard to believe. Then we have Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira, and then Ferguson and Khabib, finally. I swear to God, if somebody gets hurt going from in a month's time here, I'm going to be so pissed that we won't get to see that card, but that main event especially. But I hope everything goes well. If not, Conor's ready to go. So Conor's going to probably have to step in on short notice if that's the case, which would be pretty crazy, but here we are. As I thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.